Are you ready to discover the meaning of the Tower Tarot card? Well, in this video, I'm going to reveal exactly what this card means in any kind of reading, whether it's about love, career, finance, spirituality, or just a general reading. Plus, I'm going to show you how to interpret this card, whether it's upright or reverse, so that way you will never get stuck on this card in a tarot reading again. So let's dive in. Now, the Tower represents sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, and awakening. Now, take a look at this card because it shows a tall tower perched on the top of a rocky mountain, and the lightning strikes are setting the building alight. Two people are leaping from the windows, head first and arms outstretched. And I got to say, it is a scene of absolute chaos and destruction. So the tower itself is a solid structure, but because it's been built on shaky foundations, it only takes one bolt of lightning to bring it down. So it really does symbolize these ambitions and goals that we sometimes have that are made on false premises. Now, the lightning also represents a sudden surge of energy and insight that leads to a breakthrough or revelation. And notice that it enters via the top of the building and it knocks off the crown. It symbolizes the energy flowing down from the universe through the crown chakra. And the building has 22 flames. These represent the 12 signs of the zodiac and also the 10 points of the tree of life. And it suggests that even in times of disaster, there is always divine intervention. Now, finally, take a look at the two people. They are so desperate to escape from this burning building that they are leaping without knowing what awaits them as they fall. It's a pretty full-on scene, right? So this definitely has a lot of weight in it when you see it in a tarot reading. So when you do see the Tower card in a reading, you need to expect the unexpected because it can signal massive change, upheaval, destruction, and chaos. Now, it could be a divorce, the death of a loved one, financial failure, health problems, natural disaster, a job loss, any event that can really shake you to your core and affects you spiritually, mentally, and physically. And there's no escaping it. Change is here to tear things up, to create chaos, to destroy everything in its path. But trust me, it is for your highest good. It's just like when you think that you're safe and comfortable, you get this tower moment and it hits you and it throws you for a loop. So a lightning bolt of clarity and insight cuts through any of the lies or illusions that you've been telling yourself. And what happens is that the truth comes to light. You've been building your life on unstable foundations, whether it's false assumptions, mistruths, illusions, blatant lies, and so on. It's like everything you thought to be true has been turned on its head. And now you're questioning what's actually real and what's not, what you can rely upon and what you can't trust. Now, this card can sometimes be quite confusing and disorientating, especially when your core belief systems are being really challenged. But don't fear, because over time, you'll come to see that your original beliefs were built on a false understanding, and your new belief systems are actually a lot more representative of reality and more aligned to your highest good. So the best way forward is just to let this structure self-destruct so that you can rebuild and refocus. And let's be real, with a card like the Tower, you have no choice but to surrender to the destruction and the chaos, no matter how unwanted or painful it is. So change on this deep level can be hard, but you need to trust that life is happening for you and not to you. And this is all for a good reason. This destruction is going to allow that new growth to emerge so that your soul can really evolve. Now, after a Tower experience, you're going to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient as you develop a new perspective on life. And you didn't even realize that all of this new perspective even existed. Because you see, my friend, these moments are necessary for your spiritual growth and enlightenment. And truth and honesty will bring about a positive change, even if you experience pain and some anxiety throughout that process. Now, thankfully, the Tower doesn't always associate with pain and turmoil. And if you're highly aware and in tune with your inner guidance system, then this tarot card can actually indicate a spiritual awakening or a revelation of sorts. So you may be able to see the cracks forming and take action before that whole structure comes tumbling down. And you may create a massive transformation before you reach the point where change is your only option. So in its most positive form, the Tower card is your opportunity to break free from the old ways of thinking that might have been holding you back. Now, when it comes to relationships and love, if you are single, then you may have had a defining moment that forces you to revise your whole approach to finding the right relationship. So expect an unexpected change of events that may actually push you to question your current path and propel you in a new direction. Maybe you realize that you've been chasing the wrong types of people, or what you thought was important to you in a relationship is no longer a priority. There might even be an event outside of your search for relationships that diverts your attention and your focus for the time being. Now, if you are in a relationship already, then the Tower can signal an unexpected and significant change that's going to have a substantial impact on your relationship. Now, often it suggests that the relationship issues will eventually burst through the surface and resulting in an abrupt and a shocking ending to the relationship that maybe you didn't expect. So, for example, maybe there's an ugly truth that may be revealed about you or your partner, leaving you to deal with its fallout. Now, at other times, the Tower may show that an external event could change the nature of your relationship. For example, maybe it's the loss of a job, the death of a family member, and so on. Now, this event is going to force you to look at your relationship very differently. So you'll either choose to stand by your partner and support him or her through this challenging time, or you may even end the relationship because it's not what you want or what you can actually deal with at this time. Now, when it comes to career, work, and finances, the Tower can signify a significant organizational change or an event that has a substantial impact on you. So, your company might go through a crisis, it might downsize its operations and cut costs, putting your job under threat. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to panic, but it does remind you that forewarned is forearmed. So, even if you think that you may have a stable job or a source of income, then you need to be thinking through what would happen if it dried up tomorrow. Where might you go to work for if you needed to? How else might you find that income? The message is that planning now, when you're not in a crisis, may actually pay big dividends for you later on. Now, the Tower card can also be a calling to shake things up a bit in your career. Maybe you want to make a major change in where you invest your time and your energy. Now, it might be a shock or a surprise to those you work with, but you may have wanted a change in your career for some time now, and you feel at this time is as good as any to make that move. Now, if you're searching for work and you haven't yet been successful, this card may be telling you that the job market is kind of crazy at the moment. And the organizations you're applying to may also be undergoing significant change themselves. So this can make it a difficult time if you do want to find a job. In a financial reading, the Tower card suggests that now is not the time to take those risks. In fact, you can expect a big change to impact your finances and you need to be ready. So this might not be the time for investing in the share market. Maybe there's a share market crash, there's unexpected job loss, and so on. So just be prepared. Now, if you see the Tower card in a spiritual reading, then your faith will be put to the test because it indicates a significant change will challenge your fundamental belief system. And this is also a make or break moment for you on a spiritual level, which is going to test how committed you really are to your spiritual development. Might even reflect a spiritual awakening as you rise from your challenges and you seek a more fulfilling path. Now, what if you see the Tower reversed in your tarot reading? Well, on one level, it suggests that you are undergoing a significant personal transformation and upheaval. And unlike the experience of the upright Tower, where the change is often because of external circumstances, maybe you even feel that they're forced upon you, this reverse card shows you that you are the one that's instigating the change and calling into question your own fundamental belief systems, your own values, your purpose, and your meaning. And you may even go through a spiritual awakening as you discover a new spiritual path. So you may change your beliefs and opinions about important topics, realizing that you can no longer support those older models. Or more dramatically, you may go through an existential crisis where you seriously question your life's purpose. Now, I know that this can be a little bit unsettling, but trust in the process and know that it is for the best. Because you see, here's the thing, you are creating change and transformation in order to step into a new and evolved version of yourself. Now, at times, the reverse Tower can also be a sign that you're resisting change and you're delaying the necessary destruction and upheaval that you need to go through. Now, either you're in denial that change is occurring, or you're clinging to an old belief system, even though you know it's no longer relevant or healthy for you. As much as you don't want to, you need to go through this difficult time to learn a valuable lesson and to make progress in your life. And know that if you continue to resist this change, it's only going to force its way into your life even more, because the growth and transformation that the Tower card brings is inevitable. No amount of hiding or denying is going to make it go away. In fact, it probably will end up just getting louder with potentially even greater upheaval. Now, finally, the reversal of this Tower card can reduce the impact of the change that's about to enter your life, particularly if you are tuned into your intuition. So you may be forewarned, or you may have an intuitive sense that something big is about to happen. And then you're actually able to plan ahead to avoid or minimize that destruction that lies ahead. Now, if you want to learn more about the tarot cards, then I've got something really special for you. It is my tarot card meanings reference guide. And the great news is it's absolutely free. It's going to help you tap into the tarot card meanings with ease. All you need to do is click on the link below and you can get access straight away. You will never go blank in a reading again with this particular guide. Now, if you also want to learn more about how to read tarot in a more modern, approachable way, there's so much for you here to explore at Biddy Tarot, because we've literally helped millions of people all around the world develop their tarot skills and read the cards with confidence. And of course, we would love to help you do the same. So take the next step in your tarot journey by clicking below. Bye for now. Hey, if you loved this video, then make sure you check out this next video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.